Hey there guys, welcome back to Harman Art TV. So in this video I'd like to talk about why I create art. I feel artists often get misunderstood, and I think this might also apply to contemporary visual or people that call themselves a painter or a sculptor based in the UK. At least from my own perspective, when you say artist, you probably think, oh, that person's just like messing around and playing around with paint and sculpting, and that's not a serious career. That's why are they even doing that? That's not normal. And so I thought I'd make this video to talk about why I personally create art and why I think it's important. And just to give a bit more kind of clarity about, what is it that drives me as an individual to create art. And if you're an artist yourself, you might also kind of resonate and connect with this. But if you're not an artist and you're just someone who enjoys, being around art and looking at art, you might also connect to this as well. So I think I'll just give a little bit of a background story. So I think when I grew up, I always felt like a bit of an outsider. Like I never really thought that I fitted into the mainstream of society or things. And I'm not too sure why that is, but I always kind of looked at things from the outside in, kind of like being outside of the box, looking within the box. And I was always interested in like how things kind of work and why things work the way they do in this world that we live in. And I guess because I was also like quite visually minded, and I think that's played like a really important part in why I create art. Is a way for me to express myself and a way to kind of fit in to my own reality, if that makes any sense. Because I think this society we live in is always imposing its like beliefs onto people, like you should behave in this way, or you should be doing this thing or that thing. And at the end of the day, it's just someone else's idea which you're kind of interacting with. But is that really who you are as a person? Is that thing really resonating with you? So you know what I mean? This is what I'm trying to get to. This is why I'm trying to feel like, I never really felt like I fitted in. And so art provides me the opportunity to create my own reality. So I always had that kind of mentality when I was kind of growing up. And I think that's really helped me kind of shape my experience and why I still create art today. Another reason why I create art is that I have the desire to create something new and unseen. And that probably ties back into the previous statement where I said that, I never really fitted in, always felt like an outsider. Well, the desire to create something new and unseen is also a way of not fitting in. For me, creating something new relates to this, as I want to bring new experiences into the world. It's almost like I'm not content with how the world around me is, so I want to bring something new into it. Or maybe not content, but I feel like there's more. I feel like there is always something new that can be created and brought into the world for people to experience. Another reason why I create art is because I know that everything that is human made is just based upon an idea, and people kind of live their lives based upon these ideas and how they see the world. But at the end of the day, it's all just based upon someone else's idea, you know. And I realize as human beings, we can create our own ideas and objects and things that we can bring into the world. And I just thought, you know, my hands just naturally gravitate to creating things and new experiences, and I just want to kind of add to that. And another reason why I create art is due to people in my life passing away, and it made me realize that life is short and that I should use this life to the full and make the most out of this life. And I think as people, like, we're always chasing after something, you know, always chasing something, you know, always looking for, you know, whether that's validation or money or status or whatever it is in this society that kind of conforms us to believe in something, that it's conflicting upon us. It's always pressing these ideas on us. But I think after going through life, I realised like all this stuff is all a construction. You know, I wouldn't say it's fantasy. I mean, it's all just based upon an idea, you know, that someone else thought that, okay, to navigate through this society, you need a high status, or you know, and I realized, or like you need some kind of status, or you need this, or you need that, and I realized it's all make believe in some way, you know, and I think that's why people get quite judgmental on people, is because they're bringing those perceived ideas that they hold to themselves, and then portraying it on other people because they don't share, or they're not fitting into their kind of perceived ideas. And I realized going through this life and seeing people pass away that none of this really matters in some way. And I realized that, you know, I should live my life to how I want to live it, you know, and because at the end of the day, when you pass away, you're not going to bring any of this stuff with you. You're going to bring like status, like your societal status with you to the grave. You know, yeah, you can write it on your gravestone, but does that matter when you're gone? You know, does anything else matter when you're gone? Are you going to bring all that stuff with you? You got to live life, you know. You got to live life to how you want to live it, and that is a reason, and that's another reason why I create art, because I need to express these things. I need to express my human existence. Yeah, so if you like this video and would like to watch more videos like this, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel. My name is Martin Harman. I'm an artist based in the UK, and in this channel you will find videos ranging from educational art related topics, my views about the art world, the making of my artworks, art movies, and much more. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified about future videos when I post them. So yeah, life experience is another reason why I create art. And I think another reason is just human potential and almost being like a dreamer. You know, I think as an artist, we're kind of dreamers. We're dreaming of new ideas, new realities. We're using materials to transform these into a new reality. And that's another reason why I create art. So those are some of the reasons why I create art. I hope it's been insightful, but maybe that's the reason why I create art. And that might also be the reason why other people create art, because it's almost like you need to go through a certain life experience to realize that you're a creator and that you're whatever you want to call yourself, like a visionary or an artist. It's almost like you need to go through that experience, that life experience, to realize that you're not navigating this reality how other people navigate it, and this is why you're on this journey. Maybe that's one way of talking about it, of explaining why I create art. That might also apply to other people who also create art. Maybe like you who are watching now, if you're an artist, you might think similarly and be like, yeah, I've had an interesting life experience and it's got me thinking about the world differently, and that's why I create art, because I need to express, I need to put out something into the world, because my life is telling me to do that. My experience in life is telling me that I need to do those kind of things. And I think that's why some artists get misunderstood and don't get taken seriously, because some people might think, oh, you're different, you're unusual, you're weird, you're strange. But what these people don't see is how that person got there. Like, everyone has their own story about why they're living a life in a certain way. And maybe that's why some artists get misunderstood, is because they don't understand that journey and those life experiences that perhaps, or that can lead someone to pursue art. And also, it could be things that you just don't really know how to communicate in the world. Experiences that are very unusual, surreal, and art provides that gateway to communicate those things. So that's some of the reasons why I create art. It's getting quite deep there, isn't it, I suppose? But I hope that helps. I hope that helps talk about why I create art. And maybe it can also relate to you, and maybe it can demystify some of your ideas about why artists might also create art. I can't talk for every artist, but I can share my own experience about why I create art and why this is important for me. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit more. But what do you guys think? Why do you think artists create art? It'd be interesting to know. So you're more than welcome to just drop a comment in the comments below, because maybe you got your own ideas. Maybe you're an artist as well, and maybe you have something that you want to share about why you create art, or maybe you're just interested in the arts and you would like to add something to it. So you're more than welcome to leave a comment. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And it's been a bit of a thoughtful video, this one, I feel. And I think I could still talk for hours about this, because it doesn't stop there. There's a lot more I could talk about why I create art. but that's just to break it down into, you know, something that's easily watchable. Yeah, but I hope it's helped in some way, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.